So as far as filming this review, I'm only a few weeks back from our trip to San Diego with Mazda, driving the all-new 2020 Mazda CX-30. Of course, this video is coming out a little bit later than that video, so that video should already be out. If you're interested in checking it out, please check the link in the description, or if I remember, I'll put it up in the iCards. I also drove the 2019 Mazda CX-30 hatchback. Now the 2019 and the 2020, the only difference in these vehicles, besides that one being a hatchback and this one being a sedan, is that the 2020 comes with a few more standard options. So you can check that one out in the description as well. And it's impossible to get away from these similarities of the CX-30, as we mentioned in that review, and the Mazda 3, but they are different vehicles for different people, so we're going to jump into this one and check it out. With all that said, let me actually introduce the vehicle we're driving this week. I'm Adam from TexasGarage. This is the 2020 Mazda 3 sedan with the premium package and Mazda's all-wheel drive system. Funny enough, it's the same package that we drove of the CX-30 in California. All right, so now let's get into all of the trims and get this review started. So there are 4 trim levels offered on this vehicle. Let's go through them really quickly. First, you have a base trim with a base MSRP of $21,500. Then you have the select package with a price of $22,700. Then the preferred package with a price of $24,200, and then the premium package, which is what we're driving, with a base price of $26,600. All of the trims are available with all-wheel drive except for the base trim, and we'll get more into the all-wheel drive. We'll get more into what this trim gives you and the full MSRP of this vehicle in just a bit. First, let's jump into the exterior design. So Mazda continues to advance their Kodo design style, and much like the CX-30 and Mazda 3 hatchback that we've already reviewed, this purposely doesn't have any hard creases in the body. It's all smooth, rounded surfaces. Mazda is very particular on mentioning the fact that all their vehicles are designed by hand with clay models, and then their factory is tooled to be able to make vehicles with that design. It's a really cool process, and it says a lot about Mazda and the way that they think about their design, with the fact that these are more budget priced vehicles and they're doing these cool designs. Now, I really do love the Mazda design, the flowing lines, the front grille. But one of the things that stand out to me a lot in this front end is the headlights. It has these nice jeweled headlights, very minimal, but still really cool. And you don't get that on the CX-30, something that I did mention in that review. You don't necessarily get these headlights, you get some other headlights, but I think these look a lot better. So along the side of the car, you can really see those flowing lines. Mazda also pays really close attention to reflections in the car. They like to emphasize certain shapes and certain designs in the reflection of the car. No different here. You also get the chrome strip that goes over the cabin. We have body colored side mirrors, and these are 18-inch wheels in Bridgestone tires. Moving back to the rear of the car, nothing too fancy here. You do get nice LED headlights, and much like the ones in the front, these are very stylized but still minimal. I do like how the circles in the taillights are kind of cut off to make them look a little bit more aggressive and angry. And you do get dual chrome exhaust tips. All right, guys, let me make a few quick points before we jump into the next topic. First of all, go check out TXGARAGE.com. All these videos are being brought to you by TXGARAGE.com. You can sign up for a newsletter there to get all the articles for the week rounded up and delivered to you every Friday, so you never miss an article. We've got a lot of different contributors there, from David Bolt to Jesus Garcia to Steve Kusar and Alan Pease, and of course all of the videos that I publish here are also published there. So go check out TXGARAGE.com, sign up for our newsletter. Also, be sure to subscribe to me right here on YouTube if you're not already. Looking to grow the channel, obviously, and I can't do that without your support. So if you enjoy these videos, if you're a car enthusiast, you like watching car reviews, please be sure to subscribe to us right here on YouTube. Hit that thumbs up button if you're enjoying it so far. Let's get back into the review. With that, let's take a quick look in the trunk. Now you can pop it from a button here underneath the Mazda logo, You can also pop it from the key or from inside. Now this is a very respectable size of a trunk for this size of car. It's 13.2 cubic feet of cargo space. If you want to compare that to the hatchback, you're looking at 20.1 cubic feet. And then with the CX-30, it's 20.2 cubic feet of cargo space. So if you need more space, obviously get the hatchback or the CUV. But still, the 13.2 cubic feet in this handled my week with it just fine. Alright, so under the hood is the same 2.5 liter Skyactiv G engine that you'll find in the CX-30 and the Mazda 3 hatchback. This is a really great engine. You're looking at 186 horsepower and 186 foot-pounds of torque. It has a red line of 6,500 RPM. And of course, being a Skyactiv engine, it has that compression ratio of 13.0 to 1. And this is matched up to a 6-speed automatic transmission. All right, and as it begins to rain here a little bit, let's jump inside and check out the interior, drive it, and we'll wrap this thing up. So nothing too fancy back here in the back seat. The seats are nice. I'm 6'1", and I fit just fine. My feet have plenty of room. My knees have plenty of room thanks to a little cutout here in the seat. My head's a little bit cramped, but not too bad for this size of vehicle. Now, I did carry most of my family in this vehicle, including me and my wife and 3 kids here in the back seat. So it's doable. They didn't love it, but it is doable. And it's really not bad back here. Of course, you do have an armrest with 2 cup holders. But again, after that, there's really nothing else fancy back here. You don't get vents, you don't get USB plugs. That's about it. All right, so inside this Mazda 3 sedan, we do have a really nice interior. This is the premium package. We have this white leather with black accents. These seats are really nice. They're perforated leather. They've got white stitching on them. I have a leather steering wheel and a leather shift knob. These seats are also heated seats, both the front seats, none of the back seats. I also have a power moonroof. And the seating position and everything is really comfortable. Tech-wise, we get an 8.8-inch wide center display with Mazda Connect infotainment system. You do get Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Unfortunately, in this car, for whatever reason, both the USB plugs don't work. At first, I thought it was the USB cord I was using. Tried another one that I know works, and it just wasn't working. Not sure what's up there. We do have the 12-speaker Bose premium audio system in this vehicle. And when you crank it up, it sounds really good. We also have a nice heads-up display, and I get a 7-inch reconfigurable gauge cluster display. All right, and with that, let's crank her up and take it for a drive. All right, so as far as driving goes, you do have Mazda's iActive all-wheel drive system, which is a system built for keeping traction on road surfaces. So this isn't any kind of like off-roading. Obviously, this is a sedan, and it's definitely specifically designed to keep traction on road, which is great for times like this where it's getting pretty wet outside. Now, this is the Skyactiv engine, and obviously that's for better fuel economy. You're looking at 26 miles per gallon city, 35 miles per gallon highway in the front-wheel drive version. You're looking at 25 miles per gallon city and 33 miles per gallon in this all-wheel drive version. Now, the 186 horsepower from the engine doesn't seem like much, but this car is light, it is tight, it is made for driving, and it feels pretty good. You can obviously put it into sport mode, and that enhances everything just a little bit. With a little bit of a straight road, we can check out a 0 to 60 time from dead stop, go. And 60. So it's not bad, but again, it's not super quick, but it is a lot of fun to drive. You also have paddle shifter, so you can put it into manual mode and manually shift. Again, the red line is 6,500 RPM on this engine. It won't manually shift for you, so if you've got it in manual mode, you're doing all the work. And again, that just makes for a super fun driving experience. This is a very tight driving vehicle. That power delivery is really good, even though it's only 186 horsepower. It's still a Mazda, it's still fun to drive. All right, so let's talk really quickly about the total MSRP of this one and what it competes with. So again, this is the premium package with the iActive all-wheel drive, and it has a total MSRP of $30,645. Now this competes along the lines of the Honda Civic, the Toyota Corolla, the Kia Forte, or the Hyundai Elantra. Now in those cases, I really like the Hyundai Elantra and Kia Forte, but one of my favorite in that category is the Civic right now. It's got a really great design. They've done a lot of great stuff with the interior. And I just drove the SI Sedan Civic, and that video should be out as well. I'll link it down in the description, iCards if I can remember. But even the Civic Si was close to the same MSRP of this thing. It's a lot more focused on sportiness, speed, so it does feel more sporty. You do get a manual transmission in that instead of the automatic. For a day-to-day driving vehicle that can be fun, I would choose this. I think the styling on this beats the Honda Civic, even though I think the new Civic is the best looking one they've had in a long time. So for day-to-day, I would take this, but if I was going purely for sports, that Civic Si with the manual transmission would probably win over. Alright guys, well I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think about the Mazda 3 sedan. And as always, thanks for watching guys.